it was Gibson's agent that came out then and said, no, Gibson hasn't requested a trade. This is, all speculation. Is that right?
No. Okay. So yes, partial. But how this all started was then Nick Alberga, who's another guy who doesn't, from what I can recall, doesn't normally get a whole lot of things wrong when he's given them.
Yeah.
He tweeted on Monday morning, hearing that Ducks goaltender John Gibson is open to being dealt, and belief out of Anaheim is he's informed the club of such.
Okay.
Now, this was followed up by Ryan Novansky. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm butchering that name. Who said he just spoke to Kurt Overhart, John Gibson's agent. He said there's been, quote, no discussion on Gibson's desire to move. There's no truth to that.
Interesting.
So, and there was more from Eric Stevens on it as well. Yeah, basically saying like, no, there's no truth to any possibility right now of Gibson leaving from what they know. So,
okay. But that's no fun to talk about on a podcast.
Exactly.
So,
but it made it like that morning though, that Monday morning and afternoon was whoa. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. I mean,
false alarm potentially.
There's probably a little bit of truth to both sides. It's kind of like the he said, she said thing. Like the truth is somewhere in there. Like John Gibson probably talked with somebody within the Ducks about a trade.
Yeah.
To some extent, like the words trade involving John Gibson were uttered
somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
whether it's like a, Pat Verbeek, hey, John, are you open to going anywhere? Right. Yeah. Like give it like he has a 10-team no trade.
Yeah.
So that's 21 other teams that he could go to because obviously you're not counting Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to get moved almost anywhere.
Relatively easily. Yeah.
But there could still be the question asked of like, would you be willing to go somewhere, right?
Yeah. Part of me wonders if it's like I think it was Ryan Getzlaf not like this last trade deadline, but the one like
the one before,
where he was like, if you can get something for me that will help the team, I'd be okay with that.
Now I feel like that's a bit of a different situation though, because you have Ryan Getzlaf in like the last what could have been the last year of his NHL career, right? Turned out it was this year.
Yeah.
But then you have John Gibson, who is right in the prime of his career right now, still has 5 years remaining on his deal.
Yeah.
A little bit different situations where Gibson would more be like, yeah, send me somewhere that I can get a fresh opportunity.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Rather than I care so much about this team, like as much as they've, done a lot for him as well. Right. I care so much about this team. If you guys can get something good out of this, send me elsewhere.
Yeah. I think my kind of headcanon for like, if it was that sort of situation would be if Gibson said like, I know this team has a lot of like growing to do. Like we're obviously in full rebuild mode. So if dealing me somewhere gets a package that will help the team long-term, then I would be okay with that. And I think that might kind of be a couple
years in the finals.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's kind of like maybe his motive for saying something like that. Obviously, like this is entirely speculation and me just making shit up that I think could fit. And like, isn't Gibson directly asking for a trade? Because that's what they said. They said Gibson did not ask for a trade out of Anaheim. So if he's talking about a trade, it's more, I'm not requesting a trade, but if a nice one happened to just fall into Pat Verbeek's lap, Gibson wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think. So
I don't know, man. Yeah. Like rumors picking up out of Anaheim is not something we normally see.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting offseason.
Which makes me think like, if there are rumors around John Gibson coming out of Anaheim and not just like, random ass people saying like, oh, here's what a John Gibson trade could look like.
Let's have John Gibson go to Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh needs goaltending and John Gibson is from Pittsburgh. Remember that one from like
I do,
or even like just a couple months ago.
Yeah, this is from like actual sources, like actual reporters,
Yeah,
it sounds like usually don't give a shit about Anaheim.
Yeah, it was within the Ducks organization.